April 2024 came with news of increase in electricity tariff for customers under the Band A classification. The increase, which was approved by the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, saw customers under the category paying 225 naira per kilowatt from the previous 68 naira, with assurance of not less than 20 hours of daily supply. The regulator says subsidy on electricity had been withdrawn completely from Band A customers, who constitute about 15% of the total number of power users across the country. The increase has also seen complaints from some electricity users and the organized labor asking for reversal. And just when it seems the new tariff has come to stay, electricity distribution companies announced a downward review of tariff for Band A feeders to 206 naira 80 kobo per kilowatt, as against 225 naira. Apparently, any reduction should be appreciated by consumers at this moment when prices of items are shooting up. But how significant is the price reduction? And what is the implication? On this episode of Nigeria Today, we shall be looking at a reduction in electricity tariff for Band A consumers. Thanks for joining us. I am your carrier, Clinton. Now, with us in the studio to talk about the reduction in electricity tariff for Band A consumers is Victor Ojelabi. He is the acting managing director and CEO, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. Welcome to Nigeria Today.
Thank you for having me.
And joining us live via Zoom from Kaduna to give insight on the topic is Idris Muhammad. He's the team lead, media and community relations, Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company. Glad to have you with us, Idris.
The pleasure is mine, Eukaria. Good evening.
So, Mr. Victor, this afternoon, Electricity Distribution, company announced a reduction in tariff after, a lot of shouts and cries about the increments recently, and for the Band A consumers.
Yes.
Tell us how did the reduction come about, and what's the purpose of this reduction?
The reduction is to reflect the appreciation of Naira, and the strengthening of Naira against foreign currency. As at the time when the April MITO order was released that increased the tariff for Band A to 225, the premises then, dollar was between 1,800 and 1,900. But as we speak today, it's around 1,300 to 1,450. What NEC has done is to pass on the benefit of appreciation. There are different parameters in arriving at the tariff. We have the gas prices, we have the inflation, we have the interest rate. But only one of those parameters has reduced. And the NEC thought it wise, and the government, to reflect it, to make citizenry to benefit the impact of that reduction. That's what we have seen. And as Naira continue to appreciate, or any of the parameter that is used by NEC in arriving at the tariff reduces, we'll be seeing further reduction. So what happened is that it's open, it's market determined. As those parameters and indices that are used are reducing, the price that will be charged to the end user, which is our consumer, will also be reduced. So what we have done now is to pass the benefit of Naira appreciation to electricity consumer in Nigeria.
So in other words, any change in any of these parameters will also affect the tariff.
Yeah, if any of those prices go up, definitely. But I think the government is in the right direction. The president, through the Central Bank of Nigeria, they've been taking some steps to make sure that our foreign exchange, which is a major determinant, is well taken care of. And in the last 1 month, we've not seen that kind of spark that we have experienced in the previous month. I think they will continue to work at that. But it's a truth you have asked. If it goes up again, there's likelihood that the tariff may go up. But for now, we are not expecting that, and it's not happening.
Thank you very much. Now, Idris, Victor has told us, why the reduction, and we hope that it will continue to reduce. Really, quite a lot of Nigerians are with me. I bet you. Now, the reduction, if you check it, is about 19 naira reduction. Now, does this really make any difference, and what impact, will it have
on the operations of the distribution companies?
Now, what impact will it have, both on the customers and, of course, the distribution companies, both ways?
Okay. Actually, the reduction in the tariff for Band A is an eloquent testimony to the fact that as a private or as a market-driven sector, the regulator is responding timely to the dynamism in the market. As my colleague, the acting MD AEDC, rightly said, there are variables that determine the retail tariff of electricity, and one of which is the exchange rate. And we are all living witness to the fact that the Naira has appreciated in the last couple of weeks. And given this fact, the regulator responded by reviewing the tariff for Band A downwardly. And I think this equally goes to show that the power sector, and most especially the retail arm of the value chain, is very sensitive to market forces, and to some extent customers friendly. This will goes to show that at any time, if all or any of these major determinants of the tariff change, there will be, of course, a review of the tariff, and that goes to show that the electricity consuming public will be getting value for their money, and the stakeholders are very sensitive to the yearnings of Nigerians and are always almost alive to their responsibility to ensure that Nigerians are not in any way shortchanged. This is really a positive development, and we hope, even as a distribution licensee, that the performance of the economy will improve. It's not in the interest of anybody that tariff should go unnecessarily astronomical.
Back to you, Victor. He said nobody's really praying for the tariff to increase. Everybody's praying that it will be, it will be reduced. Now, however, when the earlier increase was announced, it came with an assurance that there will be 20 hours supply, of electricity in that particular, the band, band A. But before this reduction, there's been a lot of complaints by from some quarters, especially from the same band, that they've not really, been having
enjoying that,
the promise of 20 hours. Now, what is the situation of things for these consumers?
Thank you very much. I would like to explain to you, before that announcement was done, NEC has done a lot of studying, monitoring feeder or fish disco for more than a month. And before any feeder qualified to be banded, NEC have remotely and physically monitor that there are supply on that feeder minimum 20 hours for 7 days stressed. If you don't meet that criteria, the feeder will never be classified as a banded.
Yeah, because I was about also asking, what is the criteria for?
The criteria for banded is minimum 20 hours supply for 7 days straight. Averagely, for 7 they can be 24, 21, 19, but averagely for 7 days on a roll, there must be 20-hour availability. And that was done by NEC for all disco. Even on Sunday, on Saturday, we hold meeting with NEC. NEC is seriously involved in this. They are monitoring it. And since this has been done, every day you must publish on your website the hours of availability on each of those feeders. AEDC, if you go to our website now, 24/7, you can check any feeder to know the hour of supply. It's on our website. It's part of, our NEC is monitoring it. If any of the feeder did not meet 7 days, minimum average of 20 hours within 7 days, NEC will downgrade it without a recourse to you. So your interest as a disco to ensure that those availability are available. And that has also made us to make our maintenances to be 24 hours, fast-moving equipment. All those are in place. So we ensure we can't take Nigerian for granted. NEC is monitoring it. As a Sunday, we still had meeting with NEC. On Saturday, they are monitoring it on a daily basis. In fact, when they notice any service drop below that, there will be a meeting. You need to explain to NEC on a daily basis. Out of your AEDC was given initial 107. Now, because we also improve on other bands, they added another 27 to make it 134. Those are being monitored. And you as a consumer, you as member of NTA, go to AEDC website, you can check availability.
Okay,
it's
now,
available.
No, having said that, is there a possibility that a band A consumer could, stay without light, maybe a whole day throughout that week? You said 7 days, probably 1 day or 2 days, and there is no light. Is there a possibility?
If there are faults that is taking time to clear, it's a possibility. But we need to work fast to make sure that the fault is clear within 24 hours.
Within 24
because
hours.
by the time you'll be looking at the average over a 7-day period, you may not meet it. So we try as much as possible. Because for every hour, if you lose 4 hours for the next day, you must do minimum 20 hours. If you lose another 4 hours cumulatively, so that's why I'm telling you that fast-moving equipment, our technical staff, they work shift 24 hours to make sure faults are cleared. So you need to, it's difficult, but it can happen. Maybe there are rain, trees can, in FCT, there are vegetation, there are gardens, there are trees that outgrow some of our posts. And if it rains, those trees could fall on the posts that could make them to fall down, and we need to repair, fix all those lines, restrict the line. Posts may even be broken, like we had in some area over the weekend. We work 24/7 to make sure that within 24 hours we restore supply, so that NEC will not downgrade those feeders.
Okay. Now, should there be maybe an instance where someone or a consumer's there's a problem and it was not fixed, just like you said, within 24 hours, what should the consumer do? The
consumer should complain. Then the onus is on Disco to announce to a customer will not complain if you have this problem and you quickly announce on your social media or the customer living in those areas. It didn't happen by accident. It has happened. You need to let them know and carry them along and tell them the progress you are making. That may pacify a customer, but there's also a recourse for refund. If after that 7-day period, the minimum 20 hours is not met, the customer can seek a refund. But the most important is that carry the customer along. You just take them for granted and say you are fixing it. And NEC monitors that. They first got to open dedicated line, rapid response where customer can call to lodge complaint, and where there are faults, we should announce to the customer on our social media and do on our website so that customer can know why there is a service failure, why working assiduously to clear the fault.
Okay. Thank you very much. Now we'll take a short break. This is still Nigeria Today. We'll take a short break and listen to some Band A customers on what they have to say about the situation. Don't go away.
I'm here to see the reduction until I make the next payment. Then I can now say probably it's true. But irrespective, the government can do better. In the past, people used to say electricity was the cheapest source of power. But I don't know whether it's true anymore. A lot of people are running on gen. A lot of people are running on solar and the rest of them. But still, it's not still effective in the long.
So I think government should work hard to make sure that this electricity is available for the people to make use of.
Anything that will ease the burden that people have to get electrical services, I think is a welcome development. And I also hope that other things too will reduce the price of fuel, the price of foodstuffs in the market, so that an ordinary Nigerian can afford. I think that's the way it should be.
We just have to benefit from government because we feel that's the only thing we can benefit from them. Sure, you understand? But to me, I appreciate what they are doing, and they should keep it up.
Welcome back. In case you're just joining us, this is Nigeria Today, and we are talking about the reduction in electricity tariff. And of course, I have two gentlemen with me, one via Zoom from Kaduna, and the other one here in the studio. Now, Idris, you had the reaction of people there. Tell us, what is the situation, with the supply in Kaduna?
Well, I think beyond the Naira and Kobo, all the Band A customers across our franchise are admitting to the fact that the service delivery has improved significantly. And as I'm talking to you now, in the last 7 days, we've not had any feeder on Band A that falls short of the minimum 20 hours requirement. And I had discussions with some customers last week. I can remember somebody was telling me that if you can sustain 20 hours of supply to us, honestly speaking, 225 Naira per kilowatt hour is not too much. We are saving a lot as a result of that. And I think this improvement in service delivery has shown that, yes, with a cost-reflective tariff, the distribution companies will improve in the service delivery to the customers. And our journey towards energy security has just begun, and I believe the journey so far is it's okay, so to say. And I know for sure there are complaints, especially from customers from the lower band, because some of them are getting feedbacks from the customers on Band A that we are having supply for 20 hours uninterruptedly. And they are complaining that why not everybody? And we have been trying to explain to them that, yes, this is just the beginning, it's not the end of the journey. Nobody is saying that if you are in Band A, you will remain perpetually on Band A forever. We are not, if you are on band E, sorry, if you are on band E, that does not mean you will remain on band E perpetually. We believe we can do better than that. We can improve even on the other bands, and the journey has just begun. And coming to issue of addressing faults and responding timely to customers' complaint, I think in Kaduna, we equally have rapid response squads in all our franchise state, in all our area offices, and in all our service centers to attend to especially these band A customers. And the feedback has been very significant. For example, it rained this evening in Kaduna from about 6 o'clock to about 7 o'clock, and the feeder I am is a band A feeder. Of course, it tripped on fault, as the AEDC MD rightly said. Of course, vegetation is one of the challenges, especially during the raining season. Trees are fouling the lines.
Thank you for that situation report from Kaduna. Now, Victor, from the interview conducted, is there quite a lot of persons are interested in the availability of electricity, as in the supply, and of course you won't blame them. Quite a lot of them, into business, they want to reduce the cost of power, and of course, it's, whether we like it or not, electricity, it's cheaper. It's cheaper if if you have
any other source.
Than any other source. So, what can you say about that? About the reaction of the people there?
Yeah, we are concerned with equal and fair availability to all our customers, especially those in Bande. So we will make it available, while also we are not neglecting those at the lower band. Band B should still have a minimum of 16 to 18 hours. So we are working on that. And to make the availability possible, the regulator has also made some directive. In our MITO, Abuja, for example, my allocation from the national grid based on my MITO this year is 611. Every disco is now mandated to do embedded generation and renewable energy of 10%. So I have to do another 61 megawatt from embedded generation, not necessarily from the grid. The purpose of that is to make power available. So apart from taking from the grid, we can go into embedded generation.
Tell us what that means.
Embedded means power that is generated in that locality to serve the customer in those particular area. And that could come from either renewable energy or whatever source, but it's not from the grid. It will make availability possible to serve our customer better. We have in industrial area. AEDC has a greater plan within the next 3 to 4 months to have an embedded generation to serve all the industrial customer. When that is done, the power they are currently using from the grid will be diverted to other customers along the B, C, and D line to make power more available. So we are really positioned to make power available for our customers as long as they can pay for it. Because we are not charity, we also have to pay bills, we have to pay the value chain and return the money back to the system.
Is there a possibility of making all Nigerians band A?
Yes, that is the plan. I'm happy you asked that question.
Yeah.
So that's why people have been complaining discrimination. The ultimate plan is to migrate all customers to band A. Like I told you, for AEDC 107 was what was approved initially. We improve our service on another 27. And NEC has added. We are now 134. Check out this disco. They've added more bands. So the ultimate aim is to move more bands. You will see what will happen before the end of the year. Because more money are made available and we can invest in our infrastructure improvement. Everybody will be migrated. It will be consistent and reliable power supply.
Thank you very much.
Yes, ma'am.
With that, we'll wrap up today's episode of Nigeria Today. A very big thank you to our guest Victor Ojelabi, acting Managing Director and CEO, Abuja Electricity Distribution Company. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Incredible.
And also we had...
and thanks to your team.
Oh, thank you. And we also had Idris Muhammad. He's a team lead, media and community relations, Kaduna Electricity Distribution Company. Thanks for your time and your contributions.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being part of the program. Don't forget Nigeria Today airs weekday at 7:30 p.m. on NTA News 24. You can also check out this episode and others on www.youtube.com/NTA News 24 Hub. Once again, thank you for watching. I am your carrier, Clinton. Goodbye.